Hey guys, Alex here from MovieBuzzers.com bringing you my next video review. Today I'm going to be talking to you about Danny Boyle's latest film, 127 Hours, starring James Franco as Aron Ralston, the mountain climber who manages to go off on his own without telling anybody where he's going in some mountainous area in Utah and falls through a crack in the earth and a boulder pins his arm against the wall. And he's unable for 5 days to pull his arm free or find any way to get his arm released. And through desperation and out of sheer determination, he amputates his arm and finds his way back to freedom and eventually, survives. Now the story is a true story based on Aron Ralston, who is a mountain climber, adventurous at heart. And it's this incredible story which makes it rather unique and much more powerful on the screen. You see, Danny Boyle is a very visual director. He's an excellent storyteller as well, but movies like Sunshine are just, lighting-wise, are unbelievable. It's a visually beautiful film, but it's his way. He knows how to work with the camera and knows how to understand what it's like to tell a story and have the audience participate in the film, as my friend Brett would say. And it's this participation that makes a movie such as 127 Hours so interesting and so powerful. Because any movie about being stuck in a tight space could be really, really boring. This movie could have been horrible, but because of Boyle's direction, it ended up being outstanding. And I think will be an Oscar contender come award season. But it was his use of the camera work. It was making you feel as if you were experiencing Ralston's troubles that made this movie so much more powerful. It was the camera work where the first person visuals, it was experiencing the terror on James Franco's face, experiencing the flashbacks, the delusions that he was having throughout the 127 hours that made you feel such a sigh of relief by the time the movie ended, because it was that intense. And it was the intensity of the amputation scene that really, really makes this movie, I don't want to say a joy, but it's a very profound experience when you watch it, because it was one of the most intense theater-going experiences I've ever had. Now, James Franco, excellent, excellent. I don't know if anybody else could have pulled it off as good as him. He had this quirkiness to him, and it was his ability to carry out a level of humor throughout the entire movie that kept the audience engaged with him. He would have these first-person dialogues with his camera, and he did this whole scene where he was a talk show host and trying to understand why he ended up in this situation. And it was him as Ralston. It allowed us to understand the whole personality of the character, the whole thought process behind his life, and how an event such as this had to happen to him in order for him to change his perspective on life. And so it was the culmination of Boyle's excellent directing, Franco's amazing acting, a brilliant story that you couldn't write, and the music and the triboard editing effects that allowed you to see different angles and different perspectives on the movie that really, as a whole, made this one of the best movies I've seen all year. So I highly recommend you go check it out. The movie comes out today in theaters. It's got a limited release, but if you get the opportunity to check it out, you have to. It's a must-see. This is Alex from MovieBuzzers.com signing out.